are 6 land transactions this month. Is it your intent to sign these?
It is.
Are there questions on any of these land transactions? Seeing none, we'll move on. There are no new orders for information for the director and the NRC this month. However, we still have one table item. There are no NRC orders this month. Under old business, there are no new items under old business, and no items for action by the NRC or the director.
Madam Chair,
Yes.
I just wanted to comment, the reason that I added wildlife conservation order, blah, 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 for coyotes is that it was not on the agenda this month, and I wanted to ensure that it was. So we are just going to continue, I don't know the proper term, but table indefinitely. I want
Right.
to make sure that it stays on the agenda for future until we are prepared to vote.
And it should be printed on the agenda.
Yes, please.
All right. Okay. We'll move into director or commissioner reports. Let's start with Commissioner Anthony.
Well, it's spring in the UP. I'm seeing a lot of fishing boats and campers on the road. A lot of turkey hens out in the field by themselves. Excuse me, turkey hens by individual turkey hens, and some gobblers out there gobbling to themselves, so that's a good sign. Seen a lot of fawns too, and I'm hearing about a lot of fawns, and so that's a good indicator of a good winter. And I'm also seeing and hearing that there's a lot of bears this year, so we've got a good crop of bears as well. Not to mention that we have an exceptional crop of ticks, and mosquitoes are coming on strong also.
All right, Commissioner Erdley.
Nothing to report.
Commissioner Laporte.
Nothing to report.
Commissioner Neighbor.
I have nothing to report.
Man. Commissioner Walters.
I have plenty to report. I attended the Lake Huron Citizens Fishery Advisory Committee a few weeks back. They do a magnificent job. I really applaud their efforts, primarily Lake Huron, primarily Saginaw Bay, but not exclusively so. It is a great collaboration between stakeholders and the department. I'm learning every day and advising if necessary, which is rare. So keep up the great work for Lake Huron Citizens Fisheries Advisory Committee. My wife and I celebrated our 33rd anniversary by taking a float trip down the Asable River, and 2 years in a row she outfished me. So I applaud that too. And then last Friday was the first time that I've ever fished on Saginaw Bay for walleyes. If you've not done it, I highly encourage it. It is a hoot. We landed less than our limit, but plenty of fish, and they were all good size, so it was really, really fun, and I'm going to do it again. That would conclude my report.
All right, thank you. Director.
Thank you. I just want to thank the folks that put these on. They did such a nice job. Brooke and the whole team, thank you.
That was short and sweet.
Always.
This past month I attended, just last week actually, the Sportsman's Caucus breakfast in Lansing, and also then the meeting, the license meeting. The director and a number of other folks were there to discuss the license package with our co-sponsors of that. It was a good discussion, and had a series of follow-up phone calls on that and a number of other wildlife issues. The other issue that I've been dealing with is at the national level. In the what's going through Congress, there's some provisions in terms of disposal of federal land in those budget bills, and that is a pretty significant issue. You know, in Michigan, we have over 4 million acres of federal land and can definitely impact our public access in the state. So, excuse me, we've been weighing in on those issues, trying to protect that doesn't happen. So that completes my report. The next regular meeting of this Natural Resources Commission is scheduled for Thursday, July 12th at Lansing Community College. And I look forward to seeing you all there. Be there or be square, as they say. With that, I take a motion to adjourn.
Madam Chair, before we
I
do,
wanted to ask if you wanted to address any committees at all during the meeting?
Oh, thank you. I had it written on my prior version, and then you gave me a new cheat sheet on this, and I failed to do that. Thank you. Give me just a second here. Typed it out and everything so I could read it. Did you have something before?
that was what I was going to.
Okay, well, good. Thank you. If it weren't for lack of memory, I wouldn't have any memory here. As we move forward, I wanted to go ahead and name some committees for us to do our commission work. And so with that, 3 committees, and I think I've talked now to all of you and had this discussion. But the first is our Governance and Policy Committee. I'm going to expand it. The director and I have had some discussions. We're going to include finance in that committee and bring forward some of the financial matters of the department. So I'll go ahead and chair that committee, and I've asked Pete Birdley and Dave Nyberg to join me on that Governance, Policy, and Finance Committee. Our Fisheries Committee is going to be chaired by Commissioner Anthony and Jim LaPorte, and our Wildlife Committee will be chaired by Commissioner Walters and Pete Birdley and Dave Nyberg on that. I ask a couple things. In addition to the Finance Committee information that we'll share at commission meetings, I'd really like to have an opportunity for the commission and the department to begin working on the calendar over the next year to identify those items that we're going to work on together and get that calendar set, because otherwise we're faced with publication of the guide, issues that we think are being brought forward or the agency does, and it's just very important we have a clear understanding of those items that we want to tackle and also the public. In addition to that, as we do that calendar, I would ask both our Chair of Fisheries and Wildlife and the committees to work on a process that we plan to use to gather input through public input as we work through issues leading up to the commission, that is respectful of the commission's authority to hold public hearings on this, and also in terms of what we bring forward. So I ask for your assistance in working through that so that we can be organized and be on the same page in terms of what issues we're going to tackle, and we can make wise, well-thought decisions for days ahead. All right. With that, you'll be getting it in writing, and I'll have Brooke send it out to everyone.
Madam Chair, may I request that the department also share with us the various citizens advisory committees or councils so that we are at least aware of the meetings. If we can attend, we should. If we can't, I understand. But that will also give us a better understanding of where these CACs are thinking and what their process is moving forward on various fish and wildlife issues.
Good point. Any other comments or discussion on any of that? All right. With that, now I'll take a motion to adjourn the meeting.
So moved.
Second? Second. Let's vote on it this time. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, the same. We stand adjourned at 1:44.
If you have free time next time, let me know.